You will not be able to feel more power than when you call a dog and he immediately comes. And therefore, in this video, we will talk about the call of a dog, how to make it clear, fast and high quality. So, subscribe and let's go! In fact, it is natural for a dog to follow a person. And if we don't mess up, do not make any mistakes, the dog will walk as if attached to a person. And if you call it, it will run to you with great pleasure. But knowingly or unknowingly, most dog owners make a lot of mistakes that spoil your relationship, and your dog simply refuses to approach you with all his might. So, let's start with mistakes that should not be made. First, do not call the dog when the dog is very busy with something. The classic story: the puppy found something, he is interested in it, he sniffs it, tries to play with it, and now you decide to call your dog. Of course, he does not want to approach, because a conflict situation arises. The puppy wants to study and sniff something interesting, and you want him to approach you. And the situation is already a conflict of interest that will only develop over time. Therefore, please do not call the dog first when he is busy with something. Second, first, we always practice calling in very elementary situations, when nothing distracts us, when the situation is sterile, when the dog has already learned everything that he could be learned, and is not against approaching. Then you call him and he comes to you. And if the situation is difficult, there are a lot of different irritants, dogs, people, and he's constantly distracted by all this, and it is this moment that you decide to call the dog and thus spoil him completely. Third, from the fact that a conflict situation appears from which the dog is not suitable because he has more interesting things to do, you start punishing the dog. That is, he did not listen to you, did not approach, and when he did approach later, you punished him, bit him or shouted at him, or even if you were just irritated, and the dog feels that you are not happy, that when he approached, you were very negative, and it does not give you any more chances for the dog to come to you next time. You never give anything to the dog after he has approached, because for some reason you have confidence that the dog owes you something, something is necessary for you, and you think that if the dog approached, then it's okay, and if not, then it is such an ungrateful thing. This is not a correct point of view at all. You should reward every approach of your dog. The dog came up, give a toy or ball. The dog came up, give some goodies. Or just be happy. Make a funny voice, smile, thank him for coming to you. You constantly ignore the approach or argue with the dog or give nothing at all, and thus you spoil the approach completely. You have to start from the very beginning. When you have a small puppy, he either constantly wants to communicate with you, or to play with someone or you, or he wants to bite something. And from a young age, start practicing nicknames. Move away from the puppy, lure him with pieces, lure him with treats, lure him with toys, and accompany all this with either a command, or the name of your puppy, or just some sound so that the dog gets used to running to your sound. That is, you vocalize something and the dog cheerfully runs in your direction, and after that he must receive some kind of a reward. if this happens consistently, every time, over a long period of time, the dog will develop habits, and these habits will be present in your life. You call the dog comes to you, because he has always done this since childhood. Exercises when you interact with the dog should be done in sterile conditions, where nothing distracts you and your dog, neither dogs, nor other people, nor any goodies scattered on the ground. First, you have to explain to the dog for a very long time what he should do after you call in a sterile situation, and fix this exercise day after day, so that the dog has a certain training, so that there's a stereotype. And when you've done all that, the next step is to practice it all over with stimuli from the very beginning. At first, your dog already knows what a call is. He does it, he loves it, he knows how to do it. And then, gradually, you add stimuli to all this, and maybe add a little coercion when you say to the dog, "I understand that you want to go for a walk with another dog, but if the signal sounds, then you must move quickly in my direction, get your reward, and only after that I will let you go and communicate with this irritant." That's it. If you do this, I repeat, do not scold the dog for approaching, reward the dog for each approach, do not call the dog when the dog is busy with something and cannot switch to you now. You will constantly work from childhood, you will gradually complicate the situation, your dog will always be quickly approaching you and making you happy with its behavior. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and write a comment. And please tell me, does your dog approach you? I wish good for everyone.